excited to be here. This is my first Star Trek convention, and I'm here from Toronto, Canada.
Did you bring poutine?
No, I didn't.
Well, don't talk to me. Yes, love.
But I'm very polite, so I'll say I'm sorry.
Okay, yes you will. I know,
So oh my gosh, this will be directed more for Denise. I literally, because my hubby said, I really think you should watch Star Trek Next Generation. And I'd only seen the original series as a little girl. And so we did that, but we invested and we did Next Generation right into Deep Space Nine, into Voyager, into Enterprise, into the original series again, and then into the animated series, then watched all of the films. We literally finished 2 years straight of this last week. Wow. And culminated with, I know, I'm a comedian, and my next woman show is going to be called Trek Through Trek, and it's going to be my 2-year mission of all of this. So we ended with watching Trekkies and Trekkies 2, and I so loved it because Denise, it was you like going all over the world, especially in the second part, to see all of the people who come to this convention and who we all become one big family. And I wanted to ask you how you initially got started in that, and if there are plans for Trekkies 3, or how it's changed your life in meeting all of these people on a more personal level all around the world.
Wow. It started by this, by me going to conventions and meeting extraordinary people with incredible stories, inspired by Trek, and realizing that fans were not getting, and again, you've got to preface it in the time that I made it. There was a change going on in pop culture and Comic-Cons and conventions, and it was changing. It was like coming out from under this hidden basement of your parents' home into like, hey, I'm letting my geek flag fly proudly. And I was coming back from conventions, and I had friends who had never seen an episode of Star Trek, but were fascinated by me going to a convention. And they said, what goes on there? You mean people actually go? Yes. You mean people dress up? Yeah. And then they do charities, and they make lifelong friendships, and some of them get married, and all kinds of stuff goes on. And my friends were far more interested in that aspect than the actual TV show. And as we know, Star Trek is the most symbiotic relationship with fandom I've ever seen. There is only Star Trek because of fans, and vice versa. So, a good friend of mine was just tired of hearing me say, God, I can't believe nobody's made a documentary. I just came from a convention, and I met some amazing people, and I saw some incredible stuff, and I can't believe nobody's made a documentary. And he finally said, I'm so sick of you saying that, we're gonna make a documentary. And so it began. And I just timed it. The timing was perfect because I was sort of riding this wave of change. I've seen San Diego Comic-Con explode. I've seen, obviously, all the studios take the DC and Marvel franchises to the nth degree, and it just keeps growing. So it was really timing on my part. I do have an idea for Trekkies 3, and I want to make a Trekkies 3 because I want to make it, I always had in mind a trilogy. I want to pass it on to the next generation of the Star Trek movies that are going on right now. I want to interview those guys and talk to them about their lives in this, world. And I want to go to a couple of places I haven't been to, like Asia and India. So I want to see what Trek looks like there.
Awesome. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You all look fabulous. I mean, you look just healthy and fit and beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Because we're old.
You look great. Marina, this question's for you. Have you ever had any thoughts about your wedding dress to Riker and Dax's wedding dress to Worf? The difference in the two?
I designed my wedding dress that I wore when I married Riker. So when Vera
I designed Tara's dress.
When Vera Wang came out with her pink collection this year, I'm like, honey, I did that over 10 years ago. You know? Late to the party, Miss Wang. But to be honest, I preferred my frock to Dax's.
Yes.
Didn't she wear some Klingon, like, armor thing? Yeah, no. I don't think you should get married in armor. In leather? Unless you're a sadomasochist, I don't see why you get married in leather. Or a Klingon. No judgments. Oh, me? No judgments? Who are you talking to? I'm the most judgmental person you'll ever meet.
So, my girlfriend's just watched through all of TNG and DS9, which provided a really cool opportunity to sort of re-examine the series. One thing we've noticed that I never really thought about before is that whenever Worf encounters Empire Klingons, as it were, they're always more cavalier, dishonest, and violent than he wants. And we were trying to speculate as to sort of the nature and genesis of that tension, whether Worf is missing the point of Klingon culture and idealizing it too much, or whether the Empire is in some kind of moral decay. I'm not sure, like, where in the continuum you felt as an actor, if that discrepancy was visible to you and what you did of it.
Okay, did y'all take smart pills today before you came in here?
I love her so much.
What?
He's very
What
smart.
did you just say?
I guess.
He understood, you understood, right? There you go.
That's part of the reason that I wanted to do the other show, was that to show that yes, that is true, that there is a decay going on, because they've been living this life for many years, and because Worf has always been away from that, he's been able to look at it objectively. And where if you're in it, if you're in this morass, you don't see it until it's too late. And so he is trying to show them that it's getting too late and they need to move on. But that was the genesis of it. And then the writers did that. I didn't do that. The writers did that, and they made it. They made it. And the thing I love about it, it kind of mirrors our lives in a way, where we're so entrenched in who we are that we don't see anything objectively anymore. We don't look at the universe. We don't look at the world. We look at just our area. And so
Only in the
that's
red states. Sorry, I had to get one in. I just had to get one in. I did, just one. After the debate last night, I just had to get one in. Okay. Next question.
This is for Denise. Can you tell the Kirk Cobain story, please?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'll try to make it fast. Okay.
4 minutes, Denise.
Okay, so I was visiting the set of Saturday Night Live. A friend of mine was the photographer, so I got tickets, and Nirvana was the musical guest, and it was the last real act of Nirvana. And so I watched them, and I was, hiding in the wings and very starstruck. And so after the end of the show, everybody leaves. It's all in New York at Rockefeller Plaza, and up on some high floor, and you take the elevator down, and there's a party everyone goes to. And my husband and I got in the elevator, and we got in with, 3 members of Nirvana, and Anthony Clytus of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. If you say anything, you'll sound like a total idiot. Don't even think about saying anything. and I'm looking down, and I'm looking down, I'm going, oh shit, I'm in the elevator with Nirvana, and oh my god, I want to say something, and don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. And we get to the floor of the elevator, and one of the guys, Kurt Novolasek, said to me, you're fucking Tasha Yar. And that was it, and we went to the party.
I love that story. We got time for another one, another quick, yeah.
Okay. This one's kind of related in that it's musically based. For Denise, you come from a famously musical family, your grandpa and your great uncle, and I was just curious if any of that passed on to you. Do you like to sing?
Not quite like that. To be honest, I did, when I was 20, make a song called Black Christmas. And it was like a punk band version.
You don't have to be able to sing to be in a punk band.
Precisely.
Exactly. You just have to be able to scream, right?
Well, you have to be able to do spoken word to music.
Okay. Is that what it is? I was too old for punk, so punk was past.
It was, it was sort of my version of,
White Christmas?
Well,
Was it actually White Christmas and you changed the word to black?
No, I didn't do White Christmas. I mean, I wrote a song called Black Christmas.
You actually wrote a song?
Yeah, and recorded it with friends of mine who were in a punk band. And it's floating out there somewhere.
Oh,
Watch, it's gonna rear its head. Somewhere.
You know what? It'll be #1 on iTunes tomorrow.
I hope so. I'll have a new career as a punk band artist.
Michael, are you going to do any more Castle? And Marina, what are you doing? And can't you write something for television?
I can't write a postcard.
Many other people are not always seeing things on the internet. Is it possible to have something on TV again?
Well, I have to be honest, I'm disagreeing with you here, Karina, because I'm thinking we're in a golden age of television right now. I really believe that. Between the stuff on cable, I mean, Ray Donovan, that Denise is on, there's stuff that I'm watching, Unreal, Power, these are great shows. Okay, they're on cable, so they're not on the networks, but they're really good shows and really well written and really well acted. Original ideas. Listen, there's a bunch of actors in Hollywood, not so many now as there used to be, but they were like, I don't do TV, I only do features. Well, excuse me, I've been in some rubbish features in my time. And I would rather do good television than a rubbish feature any day of the week. Right? So, that whole snobbishness about being a feature actor doesn't wash anymore because the good work is happening on TV. And that's why all the movie stars are taking our jobs in television, right? And doing television now, because that's where all the good work is. So I'm going to disagree with you there, Karina. I think there's some great stuff on TV right now. We're just not in it.
It's funny, I did a soap opera one time, and in the middle of it, I don't know how many episodes, not that many, 10 episodes, something like that. The producer comes and he says, Michael, you're doing a fabulous job. We love you. Your character is, if you need anything, if you have any questions about the character thing, please come to my office. Never heard from them again. It was like, they never called me back again. I go, wait a minute, let me go over that. Did I miss and by the way, we hate your guts. No, it was, we love you, you're doing a great job,
Georgi, there was an actor, no names now, right? But there was an actor who found out he was fired, or the show was cancelled, I can't remember which one it was, because he had borrowed, I think it's a long time ago, he had borrowed a typewriter or something like that. And the props guy came to his house to get it. And he was like, well, can you wait till I bring it into work? And he's like, oh no, you're not coming into work anymore, your show's been cancelled. And that's how he found out his show was cancelled.
It's insanity.
It's insanity.
But you know, the funny thing about Denise leaving, which was incredible, is that I don't think that they had any idea about anything. I think they were taken aback by the fact that she wanted to go, because of course nobody wants to leave, you know, everybody wants to stay, but Denise was passionate about this, and I think they looked around and went, God, who are we going to get to be in chief of security? God, you know, do we have to hire another guy, you know? God, you know, I think they kind of went, what about Worf?
He stands up there.
He stands
He's
up
already
there.
in the spot. Just move him forward.
It's not going to cost us anything. Just move him like 5 feet forward.
Turn him around,
There you
lean
go.
him to the left, and move him forward.
There you go. Brilliant.
And the irony was at the end of the first season, I was the only girl left,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's
How
the
ironic.
irony. That's
How
the
ironic.
irony, right?
Yeah, no,
So-
the first season was a mess.
It was a mess, yeah.
It felt that way, and you know, we were great. I mean, we adored each other and had a blast, and you know, it was fun. My God, I mean, none of us. I'd never been a regular on a TV show, and you know, this was a Paramount lot that I grew up on as a little girl because my mother worked on that lot in production. So, you know, it was many, many things that were going well. What are you doing?
I said hello to Vic and Michelle.
Okay, I'm talking though. They want to hear me. Okay, but I'm telling an amazingly deep story about me. And you're wiggling next to me and you're distracting me. It's about me. Oh, God, it never ends.
Us, as they rebooted the original, it won't be us playing us. Because we're too old to be us.
That would be an interesting.
You know, it's true. Because I'm too old to be Troi now. And Data has wrinkles, you know?
But that can be fixed.
Surgery, yeah. Hey, Brent, we want to do Star Trek again. Go and have your facelift and your eyes done.
They can digitize it, you know.
They can digitize.
They do
CGI.
with all the, you know. You think Game of Thrones looks like that? I know. We have the same DP on Ray Donovan.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Oh, they got some big bucks to spend on the Game of Thrones, making those people pretty. Let me just tell you that. I'm going to give you a little inside secret.
Actually, you know what?
They don't look like that when they get out of bed, okay?
But we don't either, Denise. We don't look like this when we get out
I am
of
not
bed.
digitized.
Okay. Actually,
I have
before we
never
go,
been digitized.
I have to tell you, well, shut up, Dorn. So, I was in Australia with a couple of the Game of Thrones boys. I know, it's a tough life. Life's a bitch, and then you die. With Fen, and the one, his name's Barl, and I can't remember the character's name, but he's the one with the pudding bowl haircut, the brown hair, he's like that butch lady knight. He's a squire now.
Oh, okay,
That dude,
okay.
right? So our claim to fame now is we got kicked out of a karaoke bar in Adelaide. Do you know how bad you have to be to get kicked out of a bar in Australia?
Wow. What were you singing?
It wasn't about the singing. We didn't get kicked out because of the singing. No. I think that's a good way to end.
And on that note,
That's a good way to end.
let's have a big hand for Denise, Michael, and Marina.
Who else is here? Be careful, you almost sat on me. I'll be Brad.
Okay.
I'm gonna check in on see how Patrick's
We could
doing.
each have a couch.
I think so, yeah.
Jonathan, we get, yeah, I think this is a nice spread.
This is good. You know what we could use?
Huh?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah. You know, Adam, I think for the 50th, hors d'oeuvres would be nice.
Is that hors d'oeuvres just for you or for the entire audience?
Ooh. Hors d'oeuvres and maybe a champagne toast to celebrate the 50th. You should start buying now for next year.
Right? Okay.
Tell them your idea for next year, Brent.
Next year, I think I was suggesting to Adam that he hire a clergyman of some kind and marry whoever wants to get married here on the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. Yeah? So you could always say, I was married on the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. If you wanted to say that.
Maybe we could marry you.
Marry me?
Yeah.
Who?
You.
I could marry myself?
No. Lori could get married.
Well, it's possible.
No, it's not.
Now, when Patrick got married, remember when Patrick got married?
Yeah, we were there.
And Sir Ian officiated.
Officiated. That's right.
We could do something like that next year here.
Yeah. Maybe Ian could come.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know? Marry anybody who wants to get married. We'll start over here then. Oh, but that microphone doesn't work.
Okay, we'll start over here. Does your microphone work?
We'll be right back.
Don't go away.
Oh, this microphone doesn't work either. It's gonna be a good day.
This is perfect.
Speak up.
Maybe I got an idea. For the 50th anniversary, the microphone should work. Yeah. I mean, why bother with the 49th anniversary?
Look at this crowd. Look how big this crowd is.
No, it's huge. Have we met?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're big fans of yours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sammy, hi, how are you?
Big data fans.
Okay, they're working now, right?
Testing.
Yeah.
I got a question for all three of you guys.
Yes.
Start Brent and Jonathan first.
Oh.
On your 7th season's Next Generation, what is your favorite episode and your least favorite episode?
Favorite and least favorite episodes?
Yes.
I have a soft spot for it.
Huh? I was going to say, could you name a few? No.
I got a couple of favorites.
Yeah.
One is the Offspring.
Offspring.
Lovely
That was,
Directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Second Chances,
Second Chances.
where you directed me.
Yes.
Very
And maybe
nice.
the best television we did was the two-parter Best of Both Worlds, where we introduced the board.
That was a very good one.
And the worst was that horrible racist piece of shit in the first season.
Code of Honor.
Code of Honor. I'd like to do Code of Honor again.
Redux.
Yeah. Code of Honor Redux. Well, for me, my favorite, I like the little show called The Offspring.
Yeah,
Directed by Jonathan Frakes. Did you already say that?
Yeah, I did.
I think that one was mentioned, yeah.
You know what? I just liked so many of the episodes. It's hard to. I particularly liked the episodes that that featured the character Data.
He's my favorite character.
Too.
Yeah.
He's so Christ-like.
Very much so. Thank you. I think the worst episode, other than Code of Honor, that we did was. I played several characters in it. Masks. That's the one. Patrick was the god of the moon, and I was the goddess of the sun, or something like that, or vice versa. It was preposterous. But I've never been better.
The one where I had brain surgery was pretty much of a stinker too.
Well, you had brain surgery. What was that called?
I don't remember, but I was in there. I almost died under Gates'
Shades of
hand.
Grey.
Shades of Grey.
How do I remember that? I've never seen it.
Actually, it's two-parter.
Two-part. Part one. Give us part one first. Or would you rather do part two first? Part one.
How was your experience when Patrick Stewart was here? Similar to this?
Yeah. Michael Dorn was up here the other day, and he was talking about maybe.
Oh, you have to speak into the microphone.
Yeah.
Michael Dorn was here the other day, and he mentioned there might be a chance of him being a captain in a new Star Trek. And I was wondering if all of you guys could be in it too. So we could see you again.
What was the second part of that? I mean, the second part of part one.
LeVar Burton was great last year and did the Reading Rainbow fundraiser. And so I was learning the book that I was telling him about last year.
That was, wow. Did you see the connection between the Michael Dorn?
Yeah, between Captain Worf and Reading Rainbow.
And Reading Rainbow?
Well, wait, and that's all part one.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that one question?
I can't wait for part two.
I don't think we even answered part one.
No.
So if we have part two first?
Well, I think part one was more of a statement than a question.
Right. Michael Dorn said he was going to be, Captain Worf.
Yes.
And if not, he was going to do Reading Rainbow.
Right.
Is that what he said?
All of you would be on there too.
But would we be on it?
Would we be on it?
Oh.
Would it be on? Or is he just going to be Captain Worf?
Would we have to serve under him? Would he have Deanna Troi with him?
Well, I'm hoping.
I'm still, that rattled me, that whole relationship.
Yeah.
Worf Troi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just for sex, right? That wasn't
Yeah.
really.
I don't think there was any emotional commitment on her part at all.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a story I'm sticking with in my core.
I think it's the one you should go with. Yeah.
So let's hear part two. You have to talk into the microphone.
LeVar Burton was here last year, and he did
I'm
the.
still here.
I remember him, yes. He's one of our favorites. We love him.
He's so Christ-like.
Very much so.
I enjoyed very much getting to meet you. We did the Reading Rainbow meet and greet.
Aha.
And I told you about one of my favorite books, and I brought it for you this year.
Well, thank you so much.
I think she wants to give it to you.
She'd like to give you the book.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
It's called
The Pout Fish.
The Pout?
Pout Fish.
The Pout Fish.
The Pout Fish.
Do you know, you've read Eddie and the Fire Truck,
I have,
you?
yes.
I love the whole Eddie series.
Eddie series is
Eddie and the
wonderful.
Dude Ranch,
Yep.
Eddie and the Fire Truck,
Right.
Eddie and Captain Picard. That's the Pout Fish, though.
Pout Fish. One of her favorite books.
You know, we could just sit down, right, and he could read it to you, right?
Charlie Parker plays saxophone?
I have not.
Never leave your cat alone.
No. Charlie Parker plays saxophone. Never leave your cat alone. It's a jazz.
It's a jazz-based children's book. Plays bebop.
Yeah.
Never leave your cat alone. That's a little, just in case, because Avery wasn't here this week.
Right.
Now I've got This is it. It's like, well, George, what's going on? Nothing much. Oh my. What's the matter?
He gave credit to Howard Stern for making Oh My famous.
Whoa, Howard. Oh no, Howard is a wonderful guy. I think I'm going to wear this the rest of my life. What do you got?
So my question was about Star Trek Insurrection, and it's for you, Jonathan, which you directed. Some friends and I were discussing the finale of Star Trek Insurrection the other day, specifically their fight scene between F. Murray Abraham and Sir Patrick on the Collector. And my question is about the set itself.
Did it look like a blue screen that was
exactly what I'm getting at. I suppose you know the question, probably.
Did we run out of money and not make the set look cooler? I felt the same way.
That you ran out of money?
It did look like a blue screen, right?
Well,
it looked like a
was that the
holodeck on a blue screen that you expected to turn into something magical.
Was that
And
the
it didn't, so you were disappointed.
Not necessarily.
Imagine how I felt. quick Mike Westmore story.
Go.
Yeah. When I went to work in the morning, I was made up. First of all, I get my hair painted in, then a lot of hairspray put on so it wouldn't move for 14 hours. Then I go to somebody's chair and they put makeup on, and I'd be sent out as Commander Riker. One day I came in late, and my usual makeup artist, who was like Judy or Zoller or somebody who used to do me, was on the stage, and Michael Westmore, the king of makeup, the Academy Award-winning Michael Westmore, said, "Oh, Frakes, sit down in my chair," which is where you used to get done, all the important actors got done.
Right.
And he started to put my pancake on my face.
Yeah.
And he was telling a story about Betty Davis.
Yes, I know that story.
Right. Mm-hmm. So he did this, and he did this, covered up my bags a little bit, put a little ballet eye on, gave me a pat in the back, because he had finished the story, and sent me onto the stage. So I go into the stage and sit in my little chair next to, you know who, old Baldy. And, God, the cinematographer's name? Marvin Rush. Marvin Rush says, "Turn your head." So I turned my head like this. He said, "Turn it back." I turned it like that. I said, "You've only got half of your face made up." You remember this, Michael Westmore? So I go back into the trailer. I said, "Can I have a little more pancake on the other side?" He only did half of my face. He was done with his story. He thought he was done with the makeup.
I remember.
Here's an anecdote.
Yeah, I remember.
And I remember a picture of you with half your makeup when you didn't want to reveal the Borg.
Right, exactly. Let's just tell all Michael Westmore stories the rest of the time.
Okay.
I remember one time I was sitting in the makeup chair, and there was a phone in the makeup trailer, and it rang, and somebody picked it up. They said, "Mike, it's for you." And he says, "Who is it?" And they said, "It's Betty Davis." And he said, "Tell her I'm not here." Betty Davis, he told, "I'm not here." I said, "Can I talk to her?" Seriously, that happened.
Yes, sir.
Well,
what?
Mine's a two-parter, and the first one's not a question, as it's a comment.
Okay,
And,
that's fair.
Jonathan Frakes, you are my my favorite actor in Star Trek. You are.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, just a minute. Could you say that again?
I really like Riker, and he's awesome. Yeah.
Don't oversell.
What is your favorite part of doing Star Trek? What was your favorite, not episode, but part of doing it?
Should we leave? No, go ahead, Johnny.
You want a serious answer, right?
Yes.
I'll tell you you're a serious guy. First of all, I love the first part of your question, the statement part. The only person who feels that way about Riker, next to you, besides you would think would be my mother. Let me tell you a little story about my mother. When I was cast as Commander William T. Riker, your favorite character, I went home to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania to visit my folks. And I went back to the, on the screen porch is where our refrigerator was. I was going to get a beer out of the refrigerator. On the refrigerator in my home, the home I grew up in, is a picture, 4 feet by 4 feet, of Patrick Stewart. That's a true story. I swear on my children. And to make it worse, the picture had been a pullout of a magazine from a Star Trek magazine, and it was actually, the original was a picture of Patrick and Riker. My mother had taken the Riker part of the picture and stuck the card part of the picture on my refrigerator. Just saying. So that's my favorite part of Star Trek. How about you guys? What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, you're awesome. Thank you. Wait, they're going to answer your question.
And Jimmy looks just like you, too.
Riker-esque.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Good point, Jimmy.
The people. Yeah, it's the people, right? It's the people is your favorite part of it.
That's right. We love you, Jimmy. Yeah.
You got a future in this business, kid.
You do.
He stood there with confidence in that whole thing.
And he just went, boom, I'm going to land the button on this whole thing. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you for your time and your presence, gentlemen. But my question's for Jonathan. Have you seen...
You're not going to tell me who's your favorite character on the show?
I'd like to say Captain Picard, but... Always so lovely, man.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the new show, Thunderbirds Are Go? I'm just wondering.
I have not, no. Is this the one that Sir Richard Taylor's done?
No,
From Weta?
Weta's produced.
Yeah, but it's an animatronic, is it not? It's the way it should be.
Yeah, I was just wondering though, if you see a couple of episodes, would you say that would be close to your philosophy of what you would have done before you got hold of the feature?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're going to have a little party. We're going to invite your pants to join your shoes.
They're almost there.
No, to meet your shoes.
It works. It worked that way.
I'd like to have a party, invite your pants to meet your shoes.
Meet your shoes.
But join wasn't the right word.
But it works.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get this next one for you. You guys, can I get you a drink or anything?
You don't have hors d'oeuvres, do you?
For the next year, there'll be plenty of hors d'oeuvres. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
No offense to you. I want to thank LeVar for his work with inspiring children to read.
You're not alone.
It's very sweet of you. What are you reading now?
Right now I am reading a book about Abraham Lincoln.
I'm sorry?
A book about Abraham Lincoln.
A book about Abraham Lincoln. Very, very nice. Very nice.
My question is for all three of you guys. I kind of want to know, so your relationship obviously is amazing, and I was wondering if you guys could share your first impressions of each other and how your relationship developed over the years.
That's a really, really good, loaded question.
Where's Jonathan?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. I thought you were signing autographs. First impression, well, like of everybody?
Of each other.
When I met Patrick Stewart, we talked about the merits of cricket versus baseball, as I recall. And Brent Spiner and I knew each other.
We knew each other.
And LeVar and Will were the only stars.
Yeah.
So we had nothing but respect for.
Exactly.
And we're lucky to be on the show with.
Right.
The rest of it clicked pretty simply for me. It was a pretty good group.
Yeah. I mean, we bonded very quickly. And there was nobody I hated in the beginning. No, it really was. We were a very close bunch. Matter of fact, we all had dinner last night. And we were discussing the fact that it really is very special when we all get together. We love being together.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah. There he comes.
You gonna take a selfie?
Is this the only way out?
He's gonna do a blunt.
The best reception is up here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Make a phone call.
Yeah, I think.
Phony home. Can you say hi for us? Oh. What is that hat?
That's it? Oh God, yes. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta take Patrick to the airport. You have that suitcase full of cash? Let's go.
Are you leaving? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not comfortable because he's a lip kisser.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Blood talk!
Well, when he tells us about it half an hour ago. See ya. Have a good premiere.
When did he become a lip kisser? The last year or so. Since he married, it's the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it's since he did Godot. Yeah.
Serene.
Yeah.
So hi. How are you?
All right.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Tasha. I'm originally from Connecticut.
We've never met. I've never met you before in my life, have I? You are Natasha from Connecticut.
What's her occupation?
Well, I told you I'd never met you, didn't I? From Kentucky.
Now I am.
Nice.
Paducah?
Lexington?
Which famous Star Trek actor is from Kentucky?
Jerry Rice. Right?
Her name is Numbers.
Yeah. What's your question?
She is ageless.
Natasha, if I may call you that.
So I guess I drew the short end of the stick for asking this question for two other friends of mine. The first question is, where do people go to the bathroom on the starships? And the second one is where they put the keys.
Where's the bathroom and where are the keys?
Well, having driven the ship for a brief season, I can say unequivocally that there are no keys.
In the future,
yes,
you will not need to use the bathroom.
Yes.
Or you will not need to lock anything.
No, you won't need to lock anything because everyone will be trustworthy.
Unless you're from Kentucky. In which case we hide the keys.
You what?
Completely agree with you.
Oh, here we are. Is it Louisville? Louisville.
Knoxville.
We were there this year. Louisville?
Knoxville?
Knoxville's in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, we're guessing where you're from.
Oh no, you guys won't even be able to pronounce it right.
Is it anywhere near where Shatner has his horses?
I honestly have no idea. That's mostly in Lexington.
Lexington was the word I was looking for when I said Knoxville.
Yes. Cool. Well, Natasha, it's been swell. All the best. Say hi to your friend who had those scintillating questions. Hey,
Mr. Spiner. I was looking forward to seeing you in the new Independence Day, even though you died in the last one.
He's not dead.
Wait,
He's
let me
no
ask
more
you
dead
something.
than Data is in, what's the name of that last movie? Nemesis.
You think I died in the last one?
Independence Day?
Yeah.
I was under the impression.
Well, you were under the impression. What? Are you a doctor? I mean, how would you know? No. There was no point in time when anyone said, this man is dead. The dreaded Adam Baldwin came over, he lifted me up, my eyes were open, and then cut away. Right?
Right.
And so you assume, well, he must be dead.
And what did Bill Pullman say to you a couple days ago?
Bill Pullman said, Dr. Elkin, you're awake. That's right.
Also, Mr. Frakes?
Yes. I'm not dead either.
My girlfriend is your biggest fan, and she's on my video phone here right now.
Be right back.
Well, here's an opportunity.
My girlfriend, Karen.
Hi. Karen? How you doing? You want to see where you... Look at this. That's Karen, everybody. She's very happy to see you. These are my friends, LeVar and Brent.
Hi, Karen.
Karen, what do you say?
Yeah.
What in the world are you with this guy for?
She clearly has very good taste. There. Thank you, my pleasure.
Young lady?
Hey, hi to everybody. First off, LeVar, whenever you came on Reading Rainbow when I was little, my grandma always said, "Oh, the cute guy with the books is coming on." If she were here, she'd say hi.
That's what I always said. Hey, Jonathan, look, the cute guy with the books is working with us.
He looks the same as he did on Reading Rainbow.
He does. Okay.
You're a beautiful man.
I'm big with grandmothers.
There's someone at your table a minute ago. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a two-part question. The first one is for Brent. You are, as Data, my favorite sci-fi character in the history of all sci-fi.
You are not alone.
We love Data. Don't we love Data? Please stop. Oh, you did. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. And it was a very, very sweet part to play. And I was lucky to do it. Yeah.
So I guess my question for you is, besides yourself,
Besides myself.
who is your favorite sci-fi character ever?
My favorite sci-fi character of all time? Ever?
Ever.
Is he gone? Go ahead. I liked, I guess Jar Jar Banks. Right? Oh man, it was so deep. The many different meanings of everything he said. Now, I can't say that in front of my good friends. It would hurt them to know that one of them was not my favorite.
Joke to answer.
Thank you. Thank you. And you had another part, right?
Oh yeah.
What was for?
I'm currently gestating a human being, and my husband and I are working on names.
Yeah.
And I really love the name Lexi, and I feel like maybe he'd agree with me on it if I got you guys all on video saying how much you love the name Lexi.
Is this for?
Is Lexi a child or a girl child?
A girl.
I'm awfully fond of the name LeVar.
Jonathan works for both sexes as well.
I don't know that.
Help me out here, guys.
Brent's a nice name.
Brent's a very nice name. Lexi. Is that short for Lexington or lexicograph? Or?
What's the second name?
Yes.
What's it going with?
Yes.
Our last name is Merriweather.
Merriweather.
Lexi Merriweather.
But is there a middle name? Would there be a middle name?
No, we're gonna let her pick her own middle name when she gets older.
I like Merriweather.
I don't want you to make the same mistake the Cianci family made when they named their daughter Nancy Ann.
Nancy.
Nancy.
That's the one.
So I'm not gonna get an endorsement from you guys.
You got it. Lexi.
Lexi.
We love it. If I had a daughter, I would name her Lexi.
Thank you guys.
That child is going to hate us for the whole of her life.
You play that back and forth for this kid. Hi, young lady.
Hi. So first of all, I think Brent can guess my name.
I'm going with Adriana. Adriana? What is it, Lexi?
You saw me like a half an hour ago. It's Ariana.
Well, that was pretty darn close. Ariana.
Okay.
Ariana, I'm sorry.
It's fine, don't worry.
That's a much nicer name than Adriana.
Thank you.
Ariana. Adriana, she's a beautiful young girl, isn't she? Yeah.
Thank you.
I could say that now because your dad was with you before, wasn't he? Oh, he's right there. Okay. You know what? I tell you what, I mean beautiful in the soul. It's, inside. Somebody, security?
This question is for the lovely man who played Lore.
Oh, that's me.
I find it fascinating that you could play so many characters in that family all at once, and what that process was like for you, especially since Data is such an innocent character and Lore is such a bad boy. And then the other part of the question is, when they find Dr. Soon's lab and there's a prosthetic or something of the butt of Data, did you make that cast of your butt?
Well, I didn't make it, but...
Was it your butt?
You ever seen Brent's butt?
I can see it now.
Did it look good? It was mine.
She likes Lore.
Huh?
I love Lore.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I am much more like Lore than I am like Data. It was easy to play Lore. Data was a struggle. I had to keep reminding myself, be nice, be nice, be nice. And Lore, I could just show up. Thank you.
No pressure. Final question.
Not at all. Actually, something you guys said actually gave me an idea, so this is a question for all of you. My fiance and I here just got engaged, and we would appreciate it if you would honorarily wed us.
Well, what about getting married next year here?
Yeah, see how the engagement goes.
I'm impulsive.
You know what? Where's your fiance? Is that?
He's right
Oh yeah.
here.
Can I just tell you something, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Give you a little tip. Run. This guy is crazy. I can see he's insane.
It's been since March, so it's been a bit.
Well, March. That's like a lifetime. But I think about next year. If you can wait.
Maybe.
All right. Adam, you heard? Mackenzie, if you're listening.
Exactly.
There you go.
Depends on if it's cheaper than Patrick Stewart.
Well, you got to save your money for that, right? But think about what a lovely wedding gift that would be. An 8x10 of Patrick. To start you off on your wife.
I'll put it on the list.
Start saving now.
It'll go on the gift registry.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank all these wonderful people for coming out.
We have lovely.